Okay, there we go. All right, and here we go. In
3, 2, 1.
Want to get some lunch?
Starving.
Me too.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. I'll eat anything.
There's a great Mexican place like right down the road.
Yeah, I don't know. Not
You don't want Mexican?
No.
Sushi. Sushi's fantastic, nice and light.
I'm reading all this mercury stuff. I'm scared to get sushi. I can't eat sushi.
How about some Italian? Want to get some pasta?
I don't like to have hot food for lunch.
What about a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
I don't want bread. I don't want to have bread.
Like a plate with peanut butter and jelly just on a plate with a fork? Well, what do you get so stressed out about this for?
I can't decide.
It's lunch.
I'm gonna make it mine. Get it?
The morning stream, now gluten-free.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to TMS. It's Wednesday, October 13th, 2021. I'm Scott, and that's Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hello, Scott. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. I didn't sleep great. I had weird dreams. I think they were dreams, and they may have been real. I don't know. Here, I'll explain. Let me explain.
All right.
Because this is pretty weird.
Let's see how weird they get, and then we'll decide whether it was a dream or not.
All right. So I was either so tired that I ignored it and did so at my own peril. I don't know. Or it was a dream. But I was sure at about 2:30 in the morning, 3 maybe, that I heard a car crash. Like a bam, just like against a tree or a wall or something, you know? Mm-hmm. I was sure that I heard it. But I was so tired.
Didn't it sound like a Hollywood crash as opposed to like when cars really like hit in real life? It sounds like popcorn being made.
Yeah, that's a good question. See, again, at 2:33, I don't know if I'm even like in the right state of mind to even discern it. So I
can't
heard
really
it.
Trust anything that happens after 2 a.m.
No, nothing good happens after 2. So I laid there thinking, did I just hear a car crash? Should I be rushing outside to see if somebody's like, wrapped around a tree or something? And I just couldn't be bothered. I just had to keep laying there. So I feel kind of guilty, even though it may have been pure dream, because Kim hears everything and she didn't hear it.
Yeah.
So I think it may have just been
then that's probably a good sign, because we were talking yesterday about how Kim's hearing. She's got like super hearing.
Yeah.
So is she a light sleeper or a sound sleeper?
Depends on when you check in. Like when we're like late summer, fall weather where it's nice out and you can have
sounds like I'm playing to break in. So your wife, light sleeper or sound sleeper?
I feel like I'm getting
which
cased.
Windows do you typically leave open in the summertime?
Yeah, getting cased here. But yeah, she if there's a lot of little fiddly noises, she can't sleep. Mm-hmm. If it's like the sound of, I don't know, Seinfeld trailing off in the distance, she can sleep. For some reason, a TV show that's just sort of on helps her go to bed. So it's all very weird. But she can hear everything, and she can smell everything, and she can see everything. She has great senses. All her senses are good. She doesn't see dead people, so no sixth sense anymore. But anyway, I hear this sound, and I just thought, well, should I bolt up and go outside? Like, isn't the nice, right thing for me to do is to see if
everything was okay, if there really was something,
And I couldn't get myself out of bed, so I'm either I'm terrible and I didn't respond, or it was a dream. Also, by the way, I looked out around this morning and there's nothing there, so I think it had to have been a dream.
No debris,
nothing.
Yeah,
Zero.
I'd say.
And we would have seen lights and cop lights and all that. We would have seen.
You would have heard noises of like tow trucks hauling a bashed up car away, and ambulance or something if there was somebody hurt, something like that. That had to be a dream.
That's what I was thinking. So I feel a little better about it, but because of because it felt so real, I just have some guilt about it. I just feel like dreams sometimes will do that to me.
It should just be dream guilt then.
Can
you make it dream guilt?
Dream guilt coming soon to theaters this fall. Dream guilt.
There you go. Exactly.
A hot new Blumhouse production.
Dream guilt.
I keep hearing that we should be subscribing to Shudder, because Shudder's like amazing right now, and they're really earning their sub.
Your Creep Show is really good.
Aren't there some movies on there right now that are like not?
Well, I imagine the Halloween stuff, like all the loading that they do of that channel. It's like Hallmark Channel in November and December. Shudder does their business in October, probably.
Somebody on Twitter was saying they have like some originals outside of Creepshow that are really good that no one knows about and this sort of stuff. I don't know. I like scary, but I don't know if I want to pay for it. You know,
I think I subscribed to Shudder for like a film sack movie we were watching. I want to say it was that Christmas slasher movie last year. The Santa Sleigh or whatever it was called. Or
right. God, I don't remember that the name, but yeah, I remember the one you're talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I subscribed to Shudder for that, and then I forgot to turn it off for like 6 months, and just recently turned it off after paying for it and never watching a damn thing on there. And so the last thing I want to do is turn it back on for.
Yeah, you don't want to. I don't.
No.
I'm trying to think of a service where I've done that. I think the worst egregious version of it is where I would not play WoW for like 6 months, and then forget to turn that off or pause it, and then I paid $15
this is my
a
first. Right now is the first time since I signed up during Burning Crusade that I don't have a WoW subscription going.
Same. I don't have an active subscription right now.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's gonna, if it's a new expansion that's gonna get me back, or
I
or
don't
if
know.
I'm just done, or what the deal is. But I'm worried that when I do decide to get back in and play, I'm not going to remember how anything works, any of the plugins or any of the controls or my, the keyboard I have set up with little lights and stuff to light up the things I need to do. I don't know.
It's like
maybe I'm just done.
Riding a bike, you never know. But also 12 years is a long time in one game, That's a long time.
It is a long time, yeah.
Yeah, 14 for me or whatever it's been. But but yeah, we're I don't want that thing in there burning money without me knowing it. That would suck.
Yeah.
That's $15 I can use.
Exactly, for Shudder.
Yeah, for Shudder.com. Which I guess Shudder's only like $7 or $8? It's not even that much.
Yeah, no, it's cheap.
I think I may do it just for Halloween, Like just crank out all the horror stuff I can think of and put off.
Yeah, it's not like because there's nothing else really that you've got queued up
there's
to
no
watch
queue.
There's no series that you've started and not finished. Or...
No movies I've committed to that I haven't watched or any of that. Just
what was the movie? Oh, did you finish Saints of Newark?
Yeah, I did. It's good.
Okay, good. At least you finished it.
I did. I totally finished that. And I still recommend it. That was my recommendal last week. And the thing I watched this week for today's recommendals, I totally watched.
Oh, cool.
But you make a fair point.
It's funny. We watched what I thought was the last episode of this season of Ted Lasso last night. And I'm like, oh my God, what a way to leave it. And then, because I thought, there are only 11 episodes this season.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that. I don't know why I thought there were only 11 episodes, because I think I had it written down, when we could start watching it to be able to binge and not have to wait for episodes.
Yeah.
And I completely miscalculated, because then it said, watch season 2, episode 12 now. I'm like, oh, thank goodness. We're going to get some resolution, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, first season only had, what did we have first season? 10?
10, I think. 10 in the first season was 10?
Yeah, it was originally called 10 Lasso. That's what they're going to call it. But my understanding is somebody who told me this, Carter maybe, she's in the chat so she can deny this or confirm it. I can't remember who told me this, but they were supposed to they did 10 because that's what they did first season. And then very last minute, Apple's TV executive people that they have running that Apple TV Plus stuff came and said, we need 2 more. And so that's where the Christmas episode and the weird Coach Beard thing came from. Is those two were out, not afterthoughts, but they were add-ons, and they had to quickly jam it together and figure out what to do. And I think quite well. I like them both.
I really like that Coach Beard episode. It totally reminded, and you pointed out some great stuff online. It's like, didn't even get the what's the word? The symbolism in the episode. I thought it was just like, all right, this is a great episode, just focusing on Coach Beard and a beer-fueled night of craziness that reminded me of After Hours. Griffin Dunn, Scorsese, I think.
Scorsese, yeah, old Scorsese movie.
Scorsese comedy.
I feel like that's the Scorsese movie that no one's seen, but those who have know it's him. But it's like no one knows that's him doing that movie. It's kind of like how what's the Ridley Scott movie that he did that no one ever thinks of as a Ridley Scott movie? Thelma and Louise. No one ever goes, really?
The
Ridley Scott classic. No one thinks that.
Or the straight story.
Yeah. Oh yeah, straight story from
Dead Lynch.
Lynch, yeah. Man,
Yeah,
I love that
exactly.
movie. It's so good. It's
Yeah.
weird. It's rated
Keep waiting
G.
for Buscemi to show up and shoot somebody, and he never does.
Never does. Never does.
I love. So I'd say, I haven't watched episode 12, and I'm not going to name any names that start out going forward and then backwards, like a
Yeah.
palindrome.
Yeah.
But somebody in the chat room says, "Yeah, I took issue with this random storyline, blah blah blah," and then they jump ahead in time and da da da. It's like, is that in episode 12?
Oh.
And this person says, "Well, if episode 12 was last episode, then yes." I'm like, "Okay, that's the episode I just said I didn't watch."
Oh yeah, Brian hasn't seen it yet. No spoilers. No spoilers. Yeah, we even either. We're up to that exact same point. We're at the last episode, so we gotta watch that.
That's like something that Mysterio would do, or the Kingpin, or
Yep. And there were, by the way, in that Coach Beard episode, there's the keys. There's a bunch of other symbolism in that thing. And if you want to go nuts, there's like Reddit holes you can go down where people just go crazy with the theories and stuff. But I don't know. We had an interesting time with that episode, to say the least. It was an odd deal, and I liked it. So
yeah.
More weird things. It's fine with me. All right. Also, we got some snow. Not here at the house. We got ice at the house. Everything that was wet overnight is frozen now. Mm-hmm. It's 32 degrees outside, Fahrenheit for those not familiar. And the mountain got a bunch of snow. So I guess that's it. I guess we're here. That's
us too. Yeah, no, it's funny. We were watching the news this morning, and it's like, well, if you're going into the high country, you're going to want to have chains on and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess this is going to be here before too long. Crazy neighbor was out there yesterday covering up his plants. He's got a huge garden. Yeah. Impressive garden with lots of peppers and tomatoes and eggplant and lettuce and radishes and all sorts of stuff. And we get every once in a while we get some of his. We're not going to be able to eat all this. You want some of this? We're like, yeah. But he was out there. We're not out there helping him. We reap the rewards. But we don't say, well, can we help you cover things up and prepare for the frost?
Sure. Does he grow any weed?
I see everybody in the chat room asking that. You too. No, no need to. Yeah. It's
legal.
We get anywhere we want.
That's right. Dispensaries everywhere. That's right.
Plus, I don't know how well that grows outside in Colorado. I think you need to have a greenhouse to really do well with weed. In Colorado.
I don't know. Is it? I wonder about that. Like certain climates probably are less conducive to a good crop of weed. I would assume. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's cool. That sounds like he's got the green thumb, which I do not have.
Yeah.
I can't grow shit. I've tried.
No, I had that arrow garden in the house that which was great, and it chunked out a bunch of tomatoes and jalapenos, and that thing just grew out of control. So we finally moved it.
You had to put it down.
Killed everything and emptied it out, washed it out, and we've currently got it in the garage for the next time we feel like we want to grow something.
Sure, it's like a dog. You grieve and then you put it down and then you.
Well, okay, yeah.
You move on. You move on to your next garden. That's how.
Yeah, but a dog doesn't produce tomatoes or jalapenos is the problem.
Well,
if they did,
you haven't
cats would be in some real trouble.
Oh man, imagine a dog that could produce fresh produce.
Vegetables.
Yeah. Think of that. We would have all our problems solved. It'd be amazing.
Right.
What breed would do it? It'd have to be a big one. Like
it'd be great because you have the little dogs who produce the little cherry tomatoes, and then the big dogs are producing like the heirlooms.
Oh yeah, okay. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Great big squash.
Little
coming
ghost
off
peppers out of a Chihuahua.
Sure. That's the only stereotyped possibility is that the Chihuahua would make those small chili peppers. Huh. Interesting. Oh, Bezos bent Bill's flight pin. What? What's going on? We're getting okay.
Bent Bill's flight pin. Are you just trying to get us to do tongue twisters?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, Merrick, but I guess there's some probably post-flight interviews going on with Shatner. He finished his flight this morning.
Yeah.
And his 11 minutes in space.
It was amazing.
The captain's log.
I made love to the spaceship.
It was shorter than I thought.
He makes love to the mountain.
Someone sabotaged the ship. It's been sabotaged. All right. Well, anyway, there's all that good fun. How about some more good fun?
Yes.
How about Dunaway
One
fun?
of my favorite parts of Wednesday.
Yeah, I like this part. If I can get it to work, here we go. All right, it's a Dunaway incoming. That means you guys are going to call in. One of you is going to call in and win. Maybe, if some of you who've won a lot lately, maybe, open the door, let someone else in a little bit,
Maybe put Skype down for a little bit or
whatever this is. Google Voice. Don't use your Google Voice. Or I guess don't use this phone number. But 801-471-0462 is the number if you want to call it, and you can join us. Hey, look who it is. It's Brian Dunaway, who has shown up once again on a Wednesday to play some Tadpooley Feud with us. Hello, Brian.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Hi.
Oh, hello, Brian.
Hi.
How you guys doing?
Oh,
No, I don't. That's the reason why I asked.
I'm a little
how
tired.
You doing?
A little tired, but
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. What are you gonna do? Hey, did you see that GIF in the in our Discord there? Can you see that?
Are you at work? But before you answer that, maybe you don't want to open that.
Yeah, you may not want to open that. I don't know. But apparently, because they widescreen Seinfeld, that one episode.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I know.
There's now visible nudity in Seinfeld now that it's 16:9.
Yeah.
Get out of here! Wow, that is just such a small bit of extra aspect ratio.
Yeah.
Aspect.
Ass-Spect.
Ass-Spect
Yeah.
ratio. I
Oh,
get you. I read you.
Side.
If she was coming
it's
from
just
the other
a-
way, maybe.
Yeah,
Oh well.
It's just a side note, if you know what we're saying.
Yeah.
Side note.
Side note. Well, anyway, it's good to have you here. We're going to take a call and see if we can't sucker somebody into trying to win some prizes here. Let's find out who's on the phone right now. Good morning. Who is this?
Oh, hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, who's this?
Yes.
Hi, this is Lisa, L. Fleming 221 in the chat.
Hello, L. Fleming 221 in the chat. How are you?
Good.
Oh, fantastic. I'm glad you called. You're going to be part of our goofball game today. Brian will explain.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and we'll let Brian explain it and tell you what you could win, Brian.
Well, first off, Lisa, where are you from?
Duluth, Minnesota.
Duluth. Cool.
That's great. There's season 2 of Fargo had a really great Duluth moment. Anyway, continue, Brian.
This
All right,
does not
anyway.
surprise.
All right, anyway, it's time to play the Tadpooley Feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics. And Scott and Brian are going to have to predict the answers that they gave us. And it's Scott and Brian's job to see how many of those answers that they can guess. Lisa from Duluth, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. And if your team wins, you're going to get a prize package that includes a couple of Steam games courtesy of Wesley.
Courtesy.
Yeah,
Courtesy.
Sure.
Roki, R-O-K-I, Roki, and Narita Boy.
Oh, Narita Boy is fantastic. I
Yeah,
love that game.
Really good.
Oh.
Yeah, that's an awesome game.
Cool.
Yeah, I think Brian's the one that
excellent.
introduced me to that game. Dunaway did.
Yes, I
Yeah.
did.
It's really good.
Nice.
Anyway.
All right, you guys need a topic, don't you?
do.
This is another one that somebody recommended, and I pulled from the previous survey into this survey, or previous recommendations into this survey. So put your hands on your buzzers and get ready for this. 375 people Tadpoolers surveyed with their top 10 answers to this. What is your favorite 80s cartoon? Scott.
I may have an advantage. No, I shouldn't have an advantage. 'Cause
Why
Brian's,
have an advantage against me?
no,
Come on,
Brian's got
man.
the amount of time, the amount of lag that you would hear is the same as I was here because it's Brian saying it. So now that I think
Right.
about it, I have no advantage.
Brian, you could always buzz in a little bit early because I'll probably still finish the question in the
I
lag
know.
time that it takes for.
I know.
All right, favorite 80s
All right,
cartoon.
give them time to think. What's
Sorry.
your favorite 80s cartoon?
Favorite 80s cartoon? Let's go with Voltron.
Voltron. Show
Good one.
me
Good
Voltron.
one.
Number
Down
8
there a ways.
on the board. There's 7 answers that'll beat it. Brian.
I'm gonna go with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That was
Show
90s.
me Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Number 2 on the board.
I thought that
All
was
right,
early
so-
90s. I must have that wrong.
In late 80s, early 90s was the Turtles, but if I know the Tadpool,
Yeah, keep in mind it's not. Never assume these are factual. Just assume that these are answers that the Tadpool gave us.
All right. Fair enough. That means
All
that
right.
Brian and Lisa are in charge
That's
and
right.
large here. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
So, Brandon, Lisa, you guys have control. Lots of answers still on the board. What you guys got?
Yes. How you feeling about this topic, Lisa? Are you a big 80s cartoon fanatic?
Love it. Gen Xer.
Oh, good.
Gen Xer, yes. Gen Xer's in the house.
That's the correct.
All right.
correct
You want to give me
generation.
one, or you want me to pull one from my hat?
Go for it, man.
I'm gonna go with Transformers.
Oh, duh.
Love it.
I hear those
Love
are
it.
robots in disguise.
They
is what I
are.
hear.
They sometimes they are, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Show me Transformers.
Number one.
Number one answer on the board.
Yes, but that's not a good thing. I wanted something low.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Then I'm gonna go the other direction. No, I'm gonna give it. How's about Lisa? What do you think about the Smurfs? Little blue Smurfs. Maybe
Yeah,
a little
I
low
was
on the
gonna-
board, but
I
still
was
there.
literally going to say Smurfs. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
nice.
Yes.
Nice.
How about Papa and all the baby Smurfs?
All right. La 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 la. Show me the Smurfs. Number 9.
Ooh, a nice high pointer there.
That is.
Yes, that's what I was wanting.
You were going for high points, and you got high points.
Right.
High points.
High points. Now, Scott said Voltron, but immediately I was thinking a Thunder. Thunder. A Thundercats ho.
Thundercats, oh!
I thought you were going to start
Okay.
going into some Imagine Dragons there. All right. Show me Thundercats.
Yeah.
Ooh, well done. Number
Ooh,
3
that's-
on the board.
that's
You're
too
doing
high.
great.
I think that's exactly where it should be. About third.
That's too high. I was hoping that would be lower. Lisa, what are you thinking now? What do you got in that
Oh,
Gen
boy.
X brain? What was that?
G.I. Joe? I don't know.
G.I. Joe's a great one. That was also on my list of ones to listen. Yes.
Yeah. Came home from
Go
school every day.
Joe.
Came home from school every day and watched it at 3. It was great.
That wasn't a Saturday morning, or that was
No,
like
that
a
was an afternoon thing for me.
syndicate afternoon
Yeah,
business?
that was yeah.
Sure.
Never saw a single episode of it. If it wasn't clear. Show me G.I. Joe. Trying to give that away. Number 4.
Oh, good.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Show me G.I. Joe show. All right.
And now I'm starting to get a little worried because I know a whole bunch more that how about we? Everybody's still
There's
talking
a
about.
lot.
Everybody's still talking about
There's a lot
the
to
He-Man.
Oh,
Yeah,
But if-
definitely He-Man.
Yeah.
I'm
You gotta
surprised
think.
it hasn't been higher.
It's got to be on there.
But He-Man, I have the power.
Show me He-Man.
Number 10.
I think we have found the wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Firmly.
I think we've established.
Brian's wheelhouse.
I think we've established
Go
that
Brian.
I own the subreddit for 70s cartoons, and I don't own the 80s just because somebody already had it.
Ah,
So,
right.
I didn't know that. How
I
active is
didn't know
your
that either.
subreddit?
So are you constantly like booting articles that talk about shows introduced in 80 or after?
Yeah, get out of here with that crap. Yeah, what's wrong with you people?
So hold on. How active is your subreddit? I want
The
this.
70s cartoon, not as active as I'd like it to be. It's pretty slow.
Yeah.
Apparently, people who were watching cartoons in the 70s weren't big Redditors.
Sure.
So what about people who bring up things like HR PufnStuff and the Croft Superstars? Do you say, nope, this is just
No.
cartoons only?
I'm totally down with that. Anything,
All
the
right.
70s was a beautiful, weird time, and I'm always down with any of that stuff. Of course,
All
the
right.
80s is as well.
all
that
of
was,
it is. It's all good.
One of my favorite Ted Lasso quick jokes was, well, I'm just going to have to call HR. All right, well, you tell Mr. PufnStuff I said hi. That's a joke that only somebody over 40 would get.
Yeah. And that was funny because I heard that joke, got it, and then when he reminded me that only if you got to be 40 or older to get it, I went, oh my gosh, he's
Right.
right. No one knows who H&R
Totally,
PufnStuff
nobody
is.
knows what HR PufnStuff is.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Now,
that though.
there's-
So good.
There's a couple of them I'm worried about because I know the Tadpool is pretty diverse between genders.
Yeah.
Also fast and loose with the rules, but
Yeah, that too. They're pretty, and I would be in big trouble if I didn't mention my significant other's favorite cartoon from that time is going to be the Care Bears.
Yep, Care Bears.
Ooh,
Care
Care Bears.
Bears.
We seem to
So
have an
I'm a-
agreement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right.
I hope it's
Wow,
not on
that
there.
was- That's her favorite? Holy cow. All right, show me Care Bears.
Oh, I was a little worried about that. I was a little worried.
Care
And I-
Bears. Let's see.
And I didn't want to hand that over to Scott because Scott's just as good at 80s cartoons as I am.
25th on the list. Care Bears.
All right. Well, I know what my daughter wants me to say, but I don't think we'd get lucky with the one that her and I like. So we're going to hold off on that for a moment, and we're going to put... So we're definitely in the 80s here. I just want to make sure I don't screw up and carry into the 90s.
Once again, Tadpool rules.
Tadpool does not always equal accurate.
All right. With that knowledge, I'm overthinking it.
You're overthinking it, man.
I am overthinking it. Where was Thundercats 3? Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Thunder.
Thunder
shit.
Let's do Brave Star. Just
Ooh, interesting.
Right.
That was a brave answer.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Show me Brave Star.
Damn it.
That's more of a 70s kind of jam, right?
No.
I mean, it's not. It's 80s, but
No, it's
I mean,
80s.
if anyone would know, Brian, it's going to be
people
the owner of the
feel-
Reddit.
right. I think people feel it, even though it's not true.
Yeah.
Brave Star, surprisingly, not even a mention in the list. I would think it would get 2 or 3 votes and nothing. I'm not seeing
Lame.
Brave Star.
Y'all are wrong.
Interesting.
That show's great. It's good.
Oh, of course, it's great.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna revisit. If you weren't watching the Care Bears during the 80s, surely you were watching the Rainbow Bright. Are we Rainbow Bright people? Do you think, Lisa?
I don't know if
In
the
the
tadpole is, but it's definitely up there in the rating.
Right. I'm gonna go Rainbow Bright.
Rainbow Bright. We've even got a Brainbow Bright in the chat room. So
We do.
And who
Gave us sent us excellent representations of ourselves.
That's
in
right.
doll form.
Little puppets.
That's
All right. Show us Rainbow Bright.
Oh.
I'm kind of surprised, actually.
Starting to feel the tadpole's a little manly over there. Maybe a little more manly than I care for.
Might be manly.
Let's see. Rainbow Bright. Not on the list. I'm surprised.
Really?
I'm really surprised by that because that isn't just an inaccurate. That's
Right.
not an inaccurate thing. That's just lazy on their part.
All right. Super Friends was technically 70s, but they did have a run in the 80s, but I don't think anyone cared about them because they were kind of really bad by then.
Right.
Oh, jeez. Why is this getting harder?
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Did I just slurp my coffee?
I love it.
It's all right.
I love it when you do that because it's
I'm seriously trying to stop doing the.
It brings an attitude to the show. It's like I'm not even listening.
Like slurp my coffee. Don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, the only way it could sound like you didn't care more is if you were eating an apple
Oh no, I care.
nonchalantly.
That misophonia or misophasia or whatever it's called with the sound bothering.
Yeah.
If you have been diagnosed with mesothelioma,
What-
that guy?
What is up with people in it? What is the Apple representation in movies and TV is like? If you want to act like you got something to do, but you just don't give a shit, you just eat an apple and you walk around. Okay.
Have you ever seen AP Bio?
I have not yet. That's on my
Okay.
list. On my list.
There is a every episode sight gag dealing with that exact thing.
Oh, that's great.
Love it.
I'm already interested in that show. Now I really want to see it.
Yeah.
All right.
The Apple sight gag gotcha.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that put me over the top. All right, I'm
Yeah.
going to assume a bunch of people in the Tadpool forgot that this was 90s and put it in 80s, given that the movies are in the 80s. So I'm going to say the real Ghostbusters because I know that's popular.
Oh, that's a really good one. Yeah, and it's on people's minds right now.
Yeah. I hope this
All
is
right.
on there. Gosh dang it.
Let's look. Real ghost. Show me the real Ghostbusters.
Damn
Oh
it!
my God!
That took
Why
a
you
long
waiting
time.
Why
took
you
a
make
really
us
long
wait so
time.
long?
I don't think I think Brian did it. It just took longer than usual, right?
Exactly. I clicked it. It took a while.
Yeah.
I would have taken Ghostbusters / Real Ghostbusters. I know they're two different shows,
Two different shows,
because
but they
they're
have
two different
Ghostbusters in it.
IPs. But some people would put Ghostbusters, and I wasn't sure if they meant the original or the new. Number 14 on the list. Ghostbusters.
Oh,
/ Real
that would have been a good one.
Yeah.
And are we sure? I swear 90s, but maybe it was earlier. All right, whatever.
Right.
I just
All right,
don't
well,
know.
I'm gonna go
I'm
back to
going to
the
stop
manly
thinking about
cartoons
dates.
Unless Lisa
Yeah.
wants to steer me in a different direction. I'm going to go with
Go
the
for
most
it.
manly of cartoons, Thundar.
Whoa.
The Barbarian.
Thundar the Barbarian.
Thundar the Barbarian.
Thundar.
And his pal, the rock thing.
Ookla.
Ookla, yes. I love those characters. And
I do too.
And the schmooze. Weren't the schmooze in there too?
Oh yeah, the Smooze. They did a little extra show on the Smooze. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Thundar the Barbarian. That's final strike. So Scott,
people thought that was 70s because it's not. You think it's 70s because it has that aesthetic, but it's the early 80s.
You know what I'm thinking of is the Herculoids. Herculoids.
The Herculoids. No, that
had
was
that
70s.
same. That was 70s, but that also had that's the one that had the schmooze in there.
Yeah. And they're both Hanna-Barbera, and they look like.
There was a very similar look to those. Ookla and then the big rock dude had kind of a similar look.
Now, if I get 10th here, does
yeah,
that
if
win
you
it?
get. Well, no, you'd need. So let's see. You're down by 16 points.
Yeah.
So if you get 10 and 6, 10 and 6 ties, 10 and 7 wins, 6 and 7. You need.
You're still in it, Scott.
You need 10.
I have to have
You
10
need,
no matter what.
You need answer number 10 and.
10 and one of the others.
You're still in it, Scott.
Exactly.
You're still in it.
Yeah,
All right.
I like this. I was figuring out what the ways you can win. This is good. Strategy is what this is. Some strategery.
Strategery.
Oh, by the way, did I mention Thundar was it was on the list number 16?
Oh, it was.
Okay,
And that was
excellent.
definitely
Yeah.
70s,
Good.
right? So
There's my Thundar people.
Yeah, these people don't care nothing about no decades. All right, let's do. Let's go with
80s. I'm telling you, Thundar was the 80s,
I
man.
thought Thundar was 70s. You sure?
You can think
Herculoids
that,
was
and I said
70s.
that.
Yeah, Herculoids I knew,
But it's not.
I don't know if I believe you. All right, let's go with. Oh, I just had it. We don't have any of the Disney shit going here. What's it called? No, I forgot. Oh, DuckTales.
DuckTales. Disney shit DuckTales.
Yeah.
I think that's in the title.
Yeah.
Show me DuckTales.
Ooh,
Yeah,
six.
1987.
You're still in it.
Number 6.
Okay.
Oh my God! If you could hit that number 10, man.
Then you tie things up. You need 10 and 7 to win.
Okay.
Run the board.
You need to run the board to win.
Let's do.
You could do it.
Let's go. The X-Men series.
Oh, yes.
I used to love that.
All right, show me. I'm still crying over Jean Grey.
Ah!
That was square in the 90s. It's even called
90s.
Was
Yeah.
it
called that
90s?
the 90s
Crap.
X-Men.
That's the 90s. Yeah.
Let's see though. Did that? Even though that was in the 90s,
Right. How about some snorks?
Actually, nobody even mentioned
No one mentioned X-Men.
X-Men, and yeah.
They're
all
worth,
right.
they're worth watching.
How about the bouncy bears? What do you think about that?
I don't know what the hell that is.
bouncy-
Gummy bears.
Oh.
Push it to it, throw it everywhere.
Why do you call them bouncy bears?
Because they're
Because they bounce because they're gummy.
Oh my God! Did you watch any cartoons other than?
I only watch cool.
Bravestormer
I
in the
only watch
80s?
cool boy cartoons, not the freak. At what
Yeah.
point do you think my 14, 15, 16-year-old self would ever sit down and watch Care Bear or
With
Gummy
your-
Bears?
If
with
the
your
cartoon
sisters.
characters had eyelashes, I didn't watch it.
That's weird. How about Shirt Tails then? No, they had eyebrows. Remember Shirt Tails?
No.
Eyebrows are okay. Eyelashes are out. If
What's
they have
sh-
eyelashes.
what is
they're
Shirt
out. Care
Tails?
Bears had eyelashes.
Yeah, Shirt Tails were kind of like the Care Bears that lived in a tree and they had their own shirts
They had their own shirts.
with the little
Are you
little happies.
Were you
and
just
stuff. In fact,
watching the homeless people outside or something?
You know
yeah,
what?
you remember this?
I found it
No.
on Wikipedia just now. You're right. It exists. I've never heard of this.
Look at their funny little car deal. Huh.
What
I am a
years was
cartoon
this?
wasteland, man.
And they have their own
82.
shirts. Oh, yeah, look, they have eyelashes, though.
Yeah, they have
So,
eyelashes. 82.
I was gonna
83.
say,
Yeah.
I was gonna say Heathcliff and Friends, but that kind of kept spinning through the 80s, even though it
Why
started
don't-
during the 70s.
Why don't I just tell you the answers?
Yeah, tell me the
yeah,
answers.
yeah.
Let's do
Apologies.
that.
Number 7, show me. Da-da-da-da-da.
Oh,
Inspector
of course.
Gadget.
I would have guessed that was 90s, but I
Definitely
guess
80s.
maybe late
No,
80s.
it's 80s.
And finally, number 10, Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, of course I should have said.
man.
Of course, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially Tadpole.
Some of the rest of the top answers here: Scooby-Doo or Pup named Scooby-Doo. There was an
Yeah, it would have
80s.
been Pup during the
Yeah.
80s.
Gummy Bears, as you mentioned. The Simpsons came in right at the
Oh,
tail end.
that's
and,
true.
kind of a different way of thinking than the rest of these. Robotech, Chippendales Rescue Rangers, Garfield and Friends.
GoBots.
Gem and the Holograms, had a couple people mention that one.
That's outrageous.
Muppet Babies, She-Ra, Princess of Power, Star Blazers, Super Friends, let's see, Danger Mouse.
Oh, Star
Yeah.
Blazers.
That was
on there?
John K. started out on that.
Yeah.
Danger Mouse?
Yeah.
Danger Mouse.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, Batman the Animated Series, I think that was later. Battle of the Planets, Count Duckula, Gargoyles, Heathcliff, Mr. T.
Heathcliff was there.
Mr. T cartoon. I used to watch that.
Mr. T was great. I mean, it wasn't as good as the cereal, but it was all right.
It was all right.
Yeah.
Treat
Ren
them
and
well,
Stimpy,
all
I
right.
thought for sure was 90s, but 2 people said that
Oh,
one.
that's 100% 90s. They got that wrong.
Yeah. Snork, Silverhawk, Speed Racer, Turbo Teen,
What about Mask?
Animaniacs. I said Mask.
Maniacs. Oh, did you?
Did you say
yeah.
Gargoyles?
I did say Gargoyles.
Because that's
Yep,
definitely
that was
90s.
low.
Yeah, 90s as hell.
Yeah.
That thing.
Yep.
In fact, what was the? Oh, Batman the Animated Series, totally 90s. Absolutely
Yeah,
90s.
right.
Bruce Timm one. Yeah.
Let's see. Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles. I don't remember that one.
What the hell?
Jace and the Wheeled Warriors.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Kid Video.
Frankenstein Jr.?
Frankenstein Jr.
What? I've
and the
never heard of
Impossibles.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
All right.
Yet
Did you
somebody
say-
named it as their favorite 80s cartoon.
Wow.
I didn't discover Speed Buggy until the 80s, but I think that was a 70s cartoon.
Oh, yeah. Like, what about where was Captain Caveman? No mention
That
of
was
Captain
70s.
Caveman.
That was 70s
That
too.
was
Didn't
70s,
discover 'em.
really?
I didn't
By the
discover
way,
those until the 80s.
okay, for the record,
Yeah.
Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles, 1966 through 67.
Yeah, yeah. There was a lot of recycling.
We also had Jetsons, a couple people said, and
None of that
Tom
is
and
80s,
Jerry.
man. You guys. I guess they were all showing reruns, so you could say, oh, the Bugs
Right.
Bunny and Roadrunner hour or whatever could be on there, but it's all cartoons from the 40s. All right. Well, we did it, and that means that we have a winner. Yeah, Lisa, you won. Here.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
How do you feel? How do you feel about your big win?
Super awesome.
Oh, that's great. Here's all you
Let
have
me
to
know
do.
what you think of that Naruto boy. I
Yeah,
liked
that
it.
game's great. It really is good. And all you got to do to claim this stuff is send Brian an email, coverville@gmail.com, and he will hook you up. And congratulations.
Yay!
Brian, once again, you helped somebody walk away a winner. How does that make you feel? How do you feel?
It makes me feel pretty good. I love today's topic. Like I said, if I was worried because I'm like, ooh, if I hand this back to Scott, he's gonna run the board.
Didn't we a couple years, or probably more than that, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, you and I talked about doing an entire show dedicated to like old
Absolutely,
cartoons.
dude.
Yeah.
I could go on, and if we cross that over with some serial history,
Oh, what a way to do that, right? Get some get some
Yeah.
Count Chocula and watch
Yes.
an 80s cartoon.
That could
Dude,
be
we
a,
could
that could be a
totally
really
hit it.
fun show. We could do a seasonal show, and
Yeah.
it would be like 8 episodes a season. And,
dig in really deep into the Kellogg family and all that bullshit. It'd be great.
Yeah. All right, we'll have to think about this.
We could talk about the Satanic Panic and how it affected cartoons, and
Yeah.
it would be so much fun.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun. All right, well, we'll workshop it, everybody. We'll let you know how that goes. We did a Boop show yesterday. That was fun. Lots of games talked about, so check that out. This weekend we got Film Sack, where we watch...
We changed it up, and it's
right.
blanking.
It's the Rob Zombie...
yeah, it's the not the one we wanted to see, but
Yes,
the other
Leader of the
Zombie.
Damned, or
Yeah,
House of
Queen
a
of
Thousand House of a Thousand Corpses is gone, and so in its place it's like the Nubules or something like that.
the Nubules.
I can't think of what it
no,
is.
something like something of the Damned or something of the.
It doesn't like it's a damned thing.
Shit.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay.
Go to Quick
Now
Sack
we
Week.
must know.
That
Okay.
actually would be the faster thing for me to do. Lords of Salem.
Lords of
Lords
Salem.
of Salem, of course.
Lords of Salem.
And it's the one. It's actually one of his higher reviewed movies, but I'd never heard of it. So that'll be weird.
His
Well,
daughter,
as long as it's more human than human,
Queen
I'm good.
Yeah.
Sparkle Happiness Zombie or whatever her name is the
Sure.
main.
Oh, that's right.
Is that one weird looking dude in it that died?
Sherry Moon Zombie.
Oh, there you go. Didn't his who's the old Al Haig or Haig Sid Haig?
Oh, Sid Haig. Yeah,
Is
he's
he-
in there.
Is he in there? Okay.
Yeah.
That was kind of a rule. If Rob Zombie makes a movie, Sid Haig signs up and gets in there.
Maria Conchito Alonso is in this one.
Wow. Great.
Dee Wallace from E.T.
Oh yeah.
Bruce Davidson, who's in a bunch of, or Bruce Davison,
Yeah.
in a lot of this as well.
Yeah.
I don't recognize any of these other names.
Well, that's
I've seen
good.
Dee Wallace a couple of times in the film set.
Meg Foster.
Oh, okay. Look, Sacktober means sometimes a lot of people we don't know. Okay, that's the rule.
Yeah, and that doesn't make it bad.
No, in fact, it makes it just right. So check that out this weekend. It'll be a good time, and you guys should check it out. Filmsack.com. All right, Dunaway, you have anything else you want to say before I kick you out?
Absolutely. This past Monday, I was guest on Cord Killers, killing them cords. What's happened on the streaming? Tom Merritt, Brian Brushwood, and Bryce, all wonderful people.
Yeah,
I had a good time.
Heard you guys talk
and
about.
I wore my Halloween wig, and they didn't call me out on it. It was amazing.
They probably thought that must be his real hair.
They haven't seen me in so long. I thought this is the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, so it worked.
Perfect.
Did you wear it the whole time?
Did you wear it the whole time, Brian?
Did you wear it the whole
time?
Yeah.
I played into it. I never said anything and just pretended like it was all groovy. What?
That's hilarious. I'm gonna clarify something because we're gonna get emails. Sherry Moon Zombie is Rob Zombie's wife and not daughter. I was thinking it was the Kevin Smith situation, but it's more like the Tom Hanks situation.
Oh yeah,
right.
you put your wife into your movies.
I like that it's a situation. I do like that.
Yes.
Brian Dunaway, kiss our butts. We'll see you later. Bye now. All right, there goes Brian. And now here we go into some late breaking news. Time for the news, brought to you by
Raisin Bran Crunch. You know, a 1 cup bowl of Raisin Bran Crunch is about 312 calories. So enjoy that.
Wow.
And top it with some almond milk. I don't know how would I know any of that business.
I don't know. That's impressive.
Thanks, Noom.
Yeah. Are you doing the almond milk? Do you like the almond milk?
I do like the almond milk. I like the oat milk better, but Tina likes the almond milk better. So, you know.
I definitely.
Can we just please get almond milk? It's not as thick as the oat milk.
Oh, that's too bad. Oat milk is very good. It's my favorite. Of the fake milks made from other things, it's my favorite.
Right.
Really
Mine
good.
too.
Yeah. All right. Police in the news. We got some police in the news.
Sting and Andy Summers and
all those guys.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Tantric Sex and Dune and all that. The police, actual law enforcement, find accused leg thief with said leg strapped to his head. Methinks we're missing things.
That's where you store it.
Yeah, that's where you keep your leg, right? Kevin or Kevion Hooks. Kevion. That sounds like a big company that's just destroying
like
rivers.
A bottled
and
water company.
Yeah. Kevion, the freshest water. Let's see. Was arrested on an armed robbery charge in which he took a prosthetic leg from a victim. So that's the leg in question here.
According to the Rocket tell him to get that leg?
No, but now that you say it, he should have. According to the Tulsa Police Department, the victim stated that Hooks came up to him with a large metal spike. Well, that's a hell of a weapon.
Jeez.
A large metal spike.
Like a railroad spike or a...
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Yeah.
Large
I want to know more about the spike. Like what?
Yeah, you're burying.
Wouldn't it just be like a shank? I guess if it's not a thin blade, it's not a knife.
Right. And if it's a spike, a proper spike, then you'd say like railroad spike or.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Something else.
Spike. It's just like a metal cone, a sharp metal cone.
It says, let's see, took the victim's backpack and also took the victim's leg. Hooks even asked the victim the worth of each item he was stealing, including the leg. How much do you think this leg's worth?
He's a thief and he's Antiques Roadshow all in one.
That's right. He wants to know how he's going to get paid. When Hooks
stars.
When he was apprehended, they found him with the victim's leg strapped to his head, of all things. Police say they took the leg off of his head and gave it back to the victim.
You'd think he just put it in the backpack. That's what
I'm saying.
He stole a backpack. He's got a method of storage for the leg.
Right. And strapping anything... Oh, the dogs are going off. Hold on.
Oh. Who set off the dogs?
It's probably some... It's just some...
I hear a doorbell. I hear the dogs. I thought it was a doorbell, but
yeah, it's the dogs. If there's any kind of siren of any kind, this is how they sing for about an hour now. So...
Who set the dogs off?
Cops. Anyway, there's that story. we're skipping this William Shatner one because it already happened. He's gone.
Right. It's done.
Yeah.
We're done. Been there, done that.
It was delayed, but then only a day, and now he's here.
Yeah, it's funny. When I heard it was delayed, I thought, all right, so it's going to be like next week. No, just a day, and he went up, he came back.
Yep.
Less time than it takes to run over to the CVS and get some Kevion bottled water.
Kevion, yeah. Oh, it's so refreshing, the Kevion brand. Love
is.
it. It's not just your average tap water. They really do something with it. It comes from Mountain Springs, that Kevion.
That's what I hear.
Here's a fun one. After his family members contracted COVID-19, Ozzy Osbourne, you know Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He says worshiping Satan protected him from the virus. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when we grew up in the 80s, it was always rumored that Ozzy Osbourne worshiped Satan, but we all laughed it off going, parents don't know what they're talking about. I think he just confirmed our parents weren't lying the whole time. Ozzy Osbourne worshipped Satan.
Do you think it's just him joking? And maybe I'm being daft by asking that question when it's clear he's joking. I don't know. It feels like he's, like something he says to the press. Oh, yeah, Satan protected me from catching COVID.
Well, let's find out. Ozzy Osbourne is thanking Lucifer himself for protecting him from the coronavirus. The Grammy Award-winning heavy metal icon credited Satan for covering him during the pandemic. Even his close family members contracted the disease. My wife had the virus. My daughter had the virus. I never got it, he told Metal Hammer. Being a devil worshiper does have its good points, he says. So, yeah, he's probably...
There we go. Being a devil worshiper does have its good points.
He's probably just dinking around.
Yeah.
Black Sabbath's frontman, longtime spouse, Sharon Stone. Why do they Black Sabbath's not together anymore. Well, that's a dumb line. Right?
I'm more curious about the fact that you see Sharon Osbourne, but you say Sharon Stone.
Oh, did I say Sharon Stone?
You said Sharon Stone. if we're gonna question that last sentence, I'm gonna wonder why the Basic Instinct star is the spouse of the Black Sabbath.
Good point. You can deal with the fact they didn't put former Black Sabbath frontman, but the fact that Sharon Stone is possibly married to him, I don't know where that came from. It just came out. Anyway, she tested positive for the deadly virus, which has claimed the lives of 700,000 U.S. citizens to date. The 69-year-old Emmy Award winner posted... Okay, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
She's 69 or he's 69?
She's 69. He's like...
How old? Oh, he's 72.
72, yeah.
So if he's only 72, 20 years ago, was he 52?
52.
When they were doing the Osbourne show? He must have been.
Yeah.
We all thought he was 100 then.
Because he sounds like he's lived a hard life. Eating bats and snorting ants, and it just takes its toll on you.
I guess. I don't know.
Oh, he wasn't the one. Who was the one that snorted ants? Was it Ozzy or was it?
That was a
Iron Maiden?
Motley Crue guy, wasn't it?
Motley Crue snorted ants. Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember which one though. All of them, maybe. I don't know which of the crew did it.
Yeah, which of the crew? It was the Motley Crue.
I always like to think Mick Mars did all the weird stuff because he was so creepy, but he probably is the most normal of all of them.
Yeah. No. Let's blame it on Tommy Lee.
Yeah, Tommy Lee deserves all the credit. I guess that dude, all he does now is bonsai trees. That's all he does. I say he's on.
Really?
His wife has a TikTok, and on that TikTok channel, it's just him out sitting in the yard with a table putting a bonsai tree together.
What's
weird.
great is it rhymes. Tommy Lee's bonsai trees.
Yeah, he should have a company and sell the trees. I agree with that.
Oh, Claire says it was Nikki Sixx that snorted the ants.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. But Mick Mars had that great look that made it look like he was Satan himself,
Yeah, right.
But then he never had any big controversies, I don't think. I think it was just all pretty chill for him.
Yeah.
Although, didn't he have a cancer scare? He may have. I don't remember.
I'm sure he did.
Ugliest man in rock and roll, that guy. Just an ugly, ugly man. Who would you give it to? Let's do the awards for ugliest
man in rock and roll.
Yeah, no women, just men. And who's the ugliest of all of them? Is it Mick Jagger? Is it Keith Richards?
Mick Jagger's up there. I feel like Bob Geldof.
Oh yeah, he's really ugly. Slash is ugly only when you pull the hair away. When you keep the hair down in his face and the hat on, he's fine. Iggy Pop.
Oh, Shane McGowan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Iggy Pop is up there. Shane McGowan. Yeah.
Rod Stewart looks fine. I wouldn't put him on the list, Luke. He
looks like the late great Glenn Headley.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Lyle Lovett, sure.
Oh, a little Steven Van Zandt.
Yeah, all the Ramones are ugly.
All the Ramones, especially Joey.
Yeah, Joey's really ugly. Kenny G, come on now, Kenny.
Lyle Lovett has a weird, he's just got a weird, unique look to him. I don't know if I'd say. I worked with a woman in that place, the newspaper sales software company.
Mm-hmm.
Our salesperson Amy dated Lyle Lovett.
Whoa!
Before he was with Julia Roberts.
Nice. What's he doing now? What's up with that guy now?
He's got during the pandemic, he had a video, like a show that he would put on. You buy tickets, kind of like what Stephen Page from Bare Naked Ladies was doing. A few people were doing this, and he had Elvis Costello on, and we paid and watched him interview Elvis Costello, and it was
that's
great.
Cool. Yeah, it's nice to see he's got stuff like that going on.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat said, let's see, that the story is
Leif
not true.
Jarrett?
No. Icor says the ant story is fake and was just from that Dirt movie. Is that true?
Really? No, it was way earlier than the Dirt movie. That thing. That's been.
I feel like I knew this rumor when I was in high school.
If it's been an urban legend, it's been an urban legend longer than Dirt.
Yeah, I feel like I've known about this a lot longer than that, because that movie came out 2-3 years ago is all.
Yeah, we're going to be actually watching that for Soundography coming up this next month, November.
Nice. That's excellent news. we're gonna take a break. When we come back, Tom Merritt, I believe, will be here to talk about tech stuff, and then I hope Nicole after that for some recommendals. Stick around, Brian. Let's play a song in the meantime.
Yeah, we're going to a solo artist by the name of Sam Fender. I hear this, and I hear a little bit of Arcade Fire, maybe some Kings of Leon in it. I totally dig this. He has a brand new album coming out called 17 Going Under, and this is the title track. Here's Sam Fender, 17 Going Under.
When I first saw the movie Coraline, I can't imagine how in that universe they had button eyes.
Yeah, the parents were a little creepy, weren't they?
They were.
Why aren't notes up?
For a ghost, you bleed just fine. This is the morning stream.
Back, everybody. Welcome back to the program. That song once again was...
That song again, Sam Fender, the title track from his brand new album, 17 Going Under.
Sam Fender.
Sam Fender.
Not to be confused with Samuel Rear Left Quarter Panel. It's not the same
or
guy.
Freddie Fender. No relation to Freddie Fender.
Right. Or Bender Fender. Fender Bender. No, I don't know what I'm saying. All right,
no relation to that either. Yes.
We're gonna get Tom all up in it and do some tech talk here. Let's see if I can get that going.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
That man, as you know and love, is Tom Merritt. He joins us as he does every Wednesday to talk about the goings on in the tech world. Thank goodness, because who else would? Tom Merritt, welcome back to the show. Hi.
Yep, nobody else.
Nobody else would do it. What am I?
He reads the news that nobody else wants to touch.
That's right.
Technology.
Right.
All the news that's unfit for your eyes.
I mean, I'm not going to bring Patrick in here and do his French tech show. Forget it. I need American English, damn it. So DTNS is on the menu. That's just how it's going to work. Nothing wrong with France.
Well, gosh, I never felt more patriotic than when you say it like that.
As I disparage the French people and their language. All right.
And
hey,
Patrick.
Tom's good to have you here. I assume something's brewing out there in tech world. What's going on?
Yeah, a little different take today. Next week, everybody should know we're going to get loads of announcements. Apple has an announcement that will likely be new M1, or maybe it'll be M2 or M3 based MacBooks, probably MacBook Pros. We're likely to get new AirPods. Might get a few other surprises. We'll see. And Google is going to have an announcement about new Pixels and maybe some other stuff. And Samsung has a surprise announcement next week. Nobody's quite sure what that will be, but it seems from the tone of the invitation that it might be around the smart home or services or something like that. I doubt they're going to announce another Samsung phone at this point, but hey, you never know.
Sure.
This week, however, a little lighter in the news. Yesterday we had Stephanie Humphrey on talking about the Tesla lawsuit, racial harassment lawsuit. So that's definitely worth a listen, both on Daily Tech News Show yesterday when Steph was on, but also on the Tech John, which is a great show of its own. And today I will not be on Daily Tech News Show because every so often I have to take a little time out to do research for another show called Know a Little More. This week's Know a Little More will be about RCS. You may have heard about Google casting some shade on Apple, saying, "Hey, why don't you get RCS in your text messages, in your iMessage? Come on, Apple, join the club." And if you're wondering what RCS is, well, I will tell you on Know a Little More this week. But the short version is it's a standard that lets you do a bunch of things that message apps do already. So you might think they're a standard, but they're not a standard on text messaging. So anybody who's texted someone on Android and had them drop out of a group chat, or texted from an iPhone to Android and they don't get the full picture.
Yeah.
They're like, that's a tiny little thing. Yeah. That's because they're using SMS, and RCS would let every text messaging app, no matter what operating system it's on, do all of those things: group chats, rich messages, and everything. In fact, RCS stands for Rich Communication Service. But Apple has not incorporated RCS into its Messages app yet. Android has.
They should, because from iPhone to iPhone is I would call it an RCS-like experience. Like it's very rich content. But if they're not adhering to a standard where other devices and other operating systems can't join in, or they can't join in one way or the other, that seems bad. They should do that.
Yeah. I mean,
that'd be great.
The reason that all that stuff appeared in messages before was SMS wasn't capable of it. RCS, however, has been developed for a few years. I don't know if it's the Apple predilection to want to keep you on iOS, so they want to make it hard for you to message off of the iPhone. There have been some emails leaked in the Epic case that implied that maybe that was where their head's at, because they didn't want to make a version of messages for Android, or whether it's just a cost that they don't feel like is worth bearing, that it wouldn't bring that many more people to the platform. So implementing RCS is not high on the priority list. Could be both.
Yeah, it could be a little bit of both. Well, interesting. I'd like when I send I have certain family members, when I send them like a tap back, like a thumbs up or something, they get a message that says, Scott really liked your thing. He put a heart on it or whatever. And then they repeat their message again, and it's just kind of horrendous. And then also I get weird stuff from Android people that I can't read on the other end. And so it's just annoying. I wish they would all unify. I understand, though. I mean,
it drives people to WhatsApp and Telegram. And
yeah,
Signal.
It does, right? Like, it makes me kind of want to use WhatsApp more, but I don't know. It's a messaging. The messaging world is a weird world. It's a strange thing. Well, all right then. And no major outages or hacks this week. Nothing like tearing the tech world down.
So far, so good. Yeah.
The week's young.
Yeah.
Last week was crazy.
That's an interesting question, though, because we generally on Daily Tech News Show do not cover outages. When there's a big outage and everybody's got their hair on fire and they're posting on social media, oh, Instagram's down or whatever, we generally ignore it. And the reason we ignore it is it's usually not a very interesting explanation. It's usually over in an hour or two.
Yeah.
And by the time we would cover it and publish it, and then someone go to listen, the outage would be old news, and people are like, why are you talking about that? So the Facebook outage last week and the Twitch hack, because we don't always cover every single data breach, sadly, because there are so many of them. They have to be particularly interesting for them to cover. So when I say that, because when you say there haven't been any outages, I'm like, no, they probably have.
Yeah.
They're probably just not newsworthy.
Just
outages.
not big ones that have shocked the foundation of the tech world the way that the last couple of did. But anyway, there's still time, because at 2:30 today, maybe something will break. We don't know, but Rich Straffolino will be sitting in for Tom. I'll be there. And I think Sarah and Roger and all the usual gang. It'll be great. So tune in and check it out and see what you think, because we're going to have a good time. Tom, anything else happening on any of your writing or anything else you're working on right now?
Well, yeah, I just want to point out that if you want a deeper explanation of why we cover things, I do something called the Editor's Desk on Patreon, patreon.com/DTNS. where every week I will go into something about the show. Often it's somebody writing in and asking a question. Why do you do this? How do you do this? So I've talked about story selection. Last week, I went in depth on why we don't cover outages and hacks and things like that. So if that is of interest to you, it's at the associate producer level and above. You get the editor's desk in your own little private feed, patreon.com/DTNS.
That sounds great. Tom Merritt, everybody.
Cool.
You know, he's Ace Detect on Twitter. Follow him there. We'll see you later, man.
I sure am.
Bye now. Sure am, he says. Sure am.
Sure am.
Shram.
Quick note, Nicole's running a little bit late. I told her we'd go ahead and get started with ours and have her jump in when she gets home.
Excellent. No worries at all. She's a busy lady about town, stuff going on. She has things to do,
yes.
Places to go, people to see. All right. Well, on that note, let's do a little of that. Here we go. We're going to do some recommendals. Yeah, that's right. Stuff we've seen on streaming services that we recommend to you guys at home. And the tradition stands that Brian begins this little fun fest. So, Brian, you want to explain any of these clips we got here?
I will begin. Yes, I've got a series and a movie today. Let's start with the series. This is a mini series, so not a continuing series. And there you go.
All right, here it is.
What else to tell you?
Here's number 1.
Breakfast 7, lunch noon, dinner 7:30, and all of our guests eat together.
And how many guests are there?
9 total. It's very intimate.
It all looks so fabulous. I mean, I already feel better. I really do. Is this not fantastic?
Yeah.
And this is our spa.
Wow. I mean, you rarely see engineering like this in a resort. The craftsmanship, the attention to detail, incredible. Hey! Napoleon!
Genghis Khan. Patton.
Oh, I get it. No, Napoleon Marconi, that's my name.
Oh, Francis. I thought we were doing a military thing. I think I lost my guide.
Yeah, it's super to meet you. You here for the 10-day retreat, Us 2.0?
I certainly am.
There you are. Thought we had a runner for a second.
Oh, what is this?
Tailored specifically to your metabolic needs, so please do not share. Also, it has been precisely constructed, so please be sure to drink it all.
That is just the best.
What is this?
That is a show called 9 Perfect Strangers, a mini-series called 9 Perfect Strangers. Tina read the book, and so when this got released as a mini-series or made into a show, she wanted to jump in and watch it. And I was expecting, all right, it's just going to be this like everybody finds themselves and figures out who they are by the end of the series and blah, blah, blah. It's a lot more than that. It's actually really, really good. It stars Nicole Kidman as this Russian woman who's formed this spa treatment facility called Tranquillum House in Northern California. And but then you kind of find out that this resort isn't what you think it is. And there's an important reason that you got to drink your entire smoothie. Melissa McCarthy, you heard in that clip. Michael Shannon, you heard in that clip.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I'm already sold. Michael Shannon is great and everything.
He is great. Like, it is some of the best Michael Shannon you'll ever get. And
he's one of those actors where all you have to do is say his name, and I will watch the thing you're telling me about. I love him.
Oh, he's fantastic. Bobby Cannavale is in this as well, and for me, Bobby Cannavale is one of those people as well.
Yeah, he's great. Love that guy.
Grace Van Patten, Samara Weaving, who was in that hide and seek Blumhouse movie a couple years back with the family that's trying to kill her. Oh yeah, Jason from The Good Place, right? A completely unrecognizable, what's his face? The fourth dude. The dude who's not Chidi in their main group of four.
Right.
He's in this. Manuel Jacinto and Jason Mendoza on The Good Place. He's unrecognizable. I mean, he's recognizable, but he's playing such a different character in this. He's great.
What's his name? Manny? No. Yeah, Manny.
Manny Jacinto, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here he is. Oh, he looks different even in his IMDb photo.
He does. Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Samara Weaving, is she? Okay, she's related to Hugo Weaving, so...
Oh, really?
Whenever I see her acting and not having a British accent, she's
Well, he's
She's
Australian,
faking
but yeah,
she's Australian. Oh, she is Australian.
Well, he's
Okay,
Australian.
accent.
He is, but yeah.
She is too. She was born in Adelaide, it says.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Wow.
I didn't know they were related. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
You know why? It's because I don't know if I've seen anything with her where she has done anything with her native accent.
No,
and so I just
me neither.
assume, she's from here. She's really good at it.
Yeah, she is.
Huh.
She plays a character that you would think she would play when you see Samara Weaving, like this kind of Instagram influencer, followers, that sort of thing.
Oh, she's cool. I didn't know.
She is really cool. She's really, really good, but she's
her
playing
a
this
lot.
character very, very well.
I like her a lot. Okay. I had no idea they were related. That's nuts.
Yeah. So 8 episodes. They're about an hour each. It's a thriller mystery kind of thing. And Regina Hall is in this. She's excellent. Kind of gets really dark there as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, 9 Perfect Strangers. It's on Hulu, and it's good. It's very good.
All right. Well, you had me at Michael Shannon.
Yeah.
Tell me about this second clip here.
The second clip is a movie, and this is a movie that I hadn't heard about. It came out this year, and we were planning on watching it before we found out that it takes place in Ireland.
Oh, well, very nice. Let's play it now.
Really?
Where's the money?
Money?
Frank.
That was the only bag.
The only thing I can't put my finger on is where's the body?
What?
Frank.
It's in the boot of the car.
Frank, man.
The way I see it, you got 2 options. 1,
Kill me. Which wouldn't be very smart since I'm your only shot at getting out of this mess. Or 2, you confirm my suspicions that the fella you ran into was coming to kill me. In which case you saved my life. If the second is true, then thank you. And we should consider joining forces to get the hell out of here and sell those drugs before stepdaddy comes knocking.
I already like it because I like how they talk. So
Sell those drugs.
Yeah.
This is another one. It's like, wow, okay. I never realized that she wasn't American either. That's Olivia Cooke, who, if you saw the show Bates Motel, she was Norman Bates' friend that had the oxygen hose on her nose.
Oh, yeah. She was great on there.
She was great, and she's great. And she's actually British. This is a film called Pixie. Came out last year, and has Ben Hardy, has Colm Meaney playing a character named O'Brien. Come on, how can
really?
you?
That's
yeah,
great.
I mean, like stepping right into that Star Trek connection.
Yeah.
And even has Alec Baldwin as Father Hector McGrath.
Oh.
See, Alec Baldwin with an Irish accent.
I also really like Frankie McCafferty, I think is the actor. Yeah, there he is. He's in this too as Father McGinley. I like that dude. Maybe it's a small part, but
let's see.
I like that dude a lot.
Cool.
He's an Irish fella
I
for
need
sure.
to see who that is.
Yar.
This is good. It's like a road trip heist movie. I mean, it's like all those things we really like. Road trip heist movie, double crossing, things like that. Olivia Cooke is fantastic. She carries the whole business because she's so good. But Ben Hardy's good. It's a really sweet heist film. It just happens to take place in Ireland, and there was one scene. There's just basically one really quick scene where we saw something that we saw while we were on our trip. Other than that, nope. Even though a lot of this movie takes place in Sligo, there was just a bridge that she rides on her bike. And it was like, oh yeah, we were on that bridge. And then that was the only thing we recognized. But,
Maybe did they film it somewhere else or something, or?
No, I think they really did film a lot of it in Sligo and in Western. And Dingle. They go to Dingle. We didn't go to Dingle. Did not go to Dingle.
We're not. If we're going to drive a long time, we need to go Dingle before we leave.
You need to go, exactly. Did you dingle?
Yeah, did you
I'm
go
not going to
Dingle
stop
yet?
this car so you can dingle.
That's right.
So this is streaming on, what do we watch it on? Showtime. So if you're doing the Paramount Plus deal where you get free Showtime, then you can watch this on there. Otherwise, Fubo has it.
Oh, Fubo. Fubo's all right.
Fubo.
Yeah. Fubo's never really let me down when I've had to rely on it.
It's called Pixie, Pixie, and
very nice.
Watch it just for Colm Meaney playing a character named O'Brien, or watch it for Alec Baldwin's Irish accent.
Yeah, get in there. And that first one sounds great too. I need to get both these on this giant list that never ends.
The never shrinking list.
The never shrinking list. All right, I'm gonna make a recommendal. This is a new season of something I recommended before, but the new season makes me want to recommend this new season, so I'm doing that.
Sure. Sure.
I watched the whole thing. It's only 7 episodes. Where the hell is my clip? Hold on, there it is. Let's see if you can probably figure it out. Here you go.
Can you tell me about your dating history?
My dating history? What? Oh, I don't have any. What? Is that a serious question?
I've never been on a date before.
Something always seems to either go wrong or kind of trigger my flight reflex.
I never had a girlfriend, not even when I was in high school. I'm on my quest for true love, and I cannot give up on that.
All right. So
wow, I don't recognize this at all.
Recommended this last year. It's been a while, and I don't know if anyone ever ended up seeing it in our little group, but the first season of Love on the Spectrum was last year. This is a new season.
Oh,
and it's basically
Tina liked this.
Yeah. It's basically a bunch of although in this case there's an American girl involved, but she's now living in Australia, so I don't know. It's still mainly people in Australia. Some returning from last season, some new people. And then some people who were covered separately in last season are now actually dating each other in this season. But anyway, it's just a show about a bunch of people who are on the autistic spectrum trying to make their way in the dating world and figure out how to navigate these relationships and get past the awkward stages and, take somebody to dinner for the very first time and then meet their parents and all this kind of stuff. It continues to be just the most cathartic, wholesome, kind-hearted show. And it's never mean. It's never
exploitative or anything
no,
like
it doesn't
that.
feel that way at all. It just feels like this really, I don't know. There are parts of life on the spectrum that I actually find appealing, and it's going to sound a little bit weird. And I'm not saying I wish the whole world was autistic. It's not really what I'm saying. But what I mean is there's a certain sweetness to some of these folks that is really hard to replicate in real people, or regular people, I should say. And I just wish there was more of that aspect in people who aren't on the spectrum, who are less on the spectrum. They're just so sweet and kind and just want to do the best they can and the right thing in the right situation. And it's just a real sweetness to it that I just love. So I'm going to recommend it again because the new season's great. It's awesome. And I know chat rooms like there are no regular people. No, I get it. I understand everybody. Truth is, if you really looked at the entire thing, we're all somewhere on a giant spectrum. Okay. I get it.
Sure.
I'm not saying that. What I mean is in more average personality types, I wish some of these traits were more prominent. I'll put it that way.
Okay. Makes sense.
They're just so nice and kind and sweet and just lovable and funny. They're funny as crap. And they don't even know they're being funny half the time. But they're just so, I don't know, so just want to be around these people. It's great. It's up on Netflix. Both seasons are there. The latest season, of course, bingeable all at once because it's Netflix. And it's just a wonderful, beautiful series. And I recommend it. Like if you like reality shows or documentary style reality shows, this is like, okay, here you go, Brian. I got the perfect comparison. Yeah. British Bake Off is to other cooking competition shows that Love on the Spectrum is to other relationship reality shows. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it totally makes sense.
So what makes British Bake Off
more wholesome
special?
And less? Yeah, those people did come there to make friends.
Exactly. There you go. If you want a less jaded view on the world, I think it's a real good time. So do check it out. All right. I tried to add Nicole. Oh, she's here now, I think. I think she has arrived. Nicole has arrived. Like a carrier in StarCraft 2. Hold on, let me see if I can get her to...
We have a Nicole.
Yep, I think she's coming in. I think I'm ringing.
Cool. Yeah, Tina really liked the first season of Love on the Spectrum, so maybe I'll watch season 2 with her.
Yeah, I think you'd both really enjoy it. The Michael guy who's in both seasons is... I think he's clearly like the star of the thing because he just is such a breakout, interesting, funny character. I shouldn't say character, but
Yeah, I know, but I know what you
I
mean, right?
Yeah.
Like it's we see them on TV. They're characters.
Yeah, they're kind of characters. All right, she didn't answer, and I don't know why. Hello, Nicole. Answer thy phone before I call it again. Yeah, she's not answering. I'm going to pause the show
That's
for
weird.
a second.
She did text me and say that she's there, so.
I think she maybe just arrived. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, Nicole has arrived. Hello, Nicole.
Yay!
Hello.
I'm here.
Oh, you're there. Hi.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, you're
I'm
fine.
here.
You had to run around a busy thing or something.
I was getting groceries.
Oh,
we didn't really have much food, so I'm like, I'm gonna drop off the kids, go get groceries, and get back in time for recommendals.
Yeah, you got to eat. I understand completely. No, it's good to have you here. You missed all our stuff, so we're jumping straight to yours. Let's go right to Nicole.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you guys recommend?
Brian recommended two shows. Brian, tell her the names.
Yeah, let's see.
again.
Hold it. Yeah, well, no, she's gonna guess. What's your guess?
Did one of you recommend Squid Game?
No.
No,
Did that last week.
I did last week though.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I wasn't here last week, was I?
No, you were
Oh,
not
I
here
had
last
the
week.
book fair. I had a book
Yeah, the book
I was
fair.
Yeah. How was the book fair?
Gotta let those books ride the Ferris wheel and eat
Yeah.
some
You go dunking for
Corn
paperbacks.
dogs.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good time.
So our digital teacher librarian is only half-time at our school, and it's his first year, and he's like, oh, they want, Scholastic wants to do a book fair. I've never done a book fair, and I'm not here the whole time because you do it for like 4 days.
Yeah.
I said, I'll help. I really wanted the book fair. I love the book fair. It's like some of my best memories, saving up like my $5 little
Yep.
to go in and go shopping in the book fair.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty cool. How do you feel about a bookmobile? You like those? I like those.
I like anything that encourages people to read.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I just
Adult,
thought, look,
kid, whatever,
Yeah.
read.
When
Good.
one
Whether
of
it comes
those-
in a car or a library, read a book.
one of those
Even if it's an
bookmobiles would pull
audiobook,
up.
it's still reading. It's all reading. Like I know some people are like, oh, graphic novels. It's reading.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's reading.
It is reading.
So
That's right. So I keep telling myself every night as I read those graphic novels. It's
I
reading.
get a magazine every month, and I have to convince Tina that I'm only getting it to read the articles.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not for the hardcore
I'm reading,
pornography.
Tina. I'm reading.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know about this podcast if this is reading.
Yeah,
TV
podcasting,
does.
listening to a
This
podcast, not so much reading, but
Not so much reading.
So
there's a thin line, that's
Yeah.
a slippery slope there. I guess.
So our recommendals so far, Nicole, were 9 Perfect Strangers, Pixie, which is a movie, and Scott had Love on the Spectrum, Spectrum Season 2.
Yeah, Season 2,
Okay,
Love on the Spectrum.
I'm ready. What was it?
Okay.
Love on the Spectrum?
2,
Love on
yeah,
the
Season 2.
Spectrum, Season 2.
Because I did Season 1 last year. So I did 2.
Spectrum.
Yeah. This is good. You guys get to see
All right.
behind the scenes here, how we do things. This is
Yeah.
good.
All right, I wrote it down. All right,
Excellent.
you ready for mine?
I'm so ready for yours. What do you got?
Perfect timing.
It's a fun one. All right, here you go. Oh, wait,
I
there.
believe you.
Away, Brian. Look away.
All right, looking away. Look away.
All right, I'm hitting play on this look away.
I remember that raid.
Here we go. Wait, where it is. Oh, look away, little girl.
To the home of fear and fright, where not all guests survive the night.
Oh, I'm
The
excited
lucky
about this.
souls
Oh, me
will
too.
live to tell, and those who don't will rot in.
What's the matter with you? You can't say that. This is a family show. What are you doing?
Welcome, foolish Muppets, to tonight's very special Halloween challenge.
We just have to survive the night in this haunted mansion?
Everything here will seem familiar, but your eyes may deceive you.
Whoa. I'm mysterious. Madame Pagoda. Wait, stop.
All right, I'm all in.
Yeah.
I
no,
heard
this
it's
is
good.
great.
I heard it's
This
really
is one
good.
that's been on my list, and there's a great cover in there, too.
Oh, is there? Nice. I
It
wondered
just
about
came
music.
out a few days ago. A couple
Yeah.
days ago. We watched the day it came out. I loved it.
Yeah.
So this is the Muppets Haunted Mansion. Is a million times better than the Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion.
That's a low bar.
We watched that one too. Yes, we did. We're fans of the Haunted Mansion ride at Disneyland and Disney World. There's some. We talked about the behind the scenes Disney attraction. They did one all on Haunted Mansion.
It's great. The behind the attraction with that. Yeah.
Disneyland, you actually go down underground, but in Disney World, don't you go up?
I think you just stay on the same level. It's just a fake rumble elevator. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Oh wait. So wait. The California one takes you underground though. I didn't know that.
Yeah. You go.
I always thought it was
remember at the
fake.
very end of the ride, you go back up because there's no way you're going to fit in that little tiny house.
Right, you're right. Yeah. I guess it makes sense now, but I guess I always thought it was fake. I just thought there was a rumble and it was just making me feel like I'd gone somewhere, but I didn't know I was actually going somewhere.
You actually went underground because it cools down too.
Yeah.
Ever been on it?
Yeah.
You heard what the heck? Voice of Lego Batman. Will
Arnett. Yeah.
Will Arnett. He's in this. So it's Pepe and Gonzo. They've been invited to the Haunted Mansion to stay the night.
Is Rizzo the rat pissed? Is Rizzo pissed because Pepe went? Like, where's Rizzo the
because
rat?
I do not like Rizzo. I prefer the Pepe.
He's okay.
I prefer the Pepe.
I like Pepe too, but he's okay. He's all right.
How could you not like Rizzo the rat?
I don't like Rizzo the rat. Like Muppets in Manhattan. Not a fan of Rizzo.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
Muppet Christmas, he's great in that, right?
I'm just not a fan of the rat.
Oh. Fair enough.
Shrimp or king prawn any day.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll give you that.
So this is so fun. Honestly, I watched it. The kids went off and did something else.
Really? They didn't stick around like they were bored with it or something?
I think Ava got a little scared. You know, she's still really young and she's adorable. This little light, you see this little light here? One of those little headlights that you can she had it last night. I'm in the office, the lights are on, and she comes up and she's like, I'm going to tell you a scary story. She had it underneath her chin. I'm like, who taught you how to do that?
That's cute. That's super cute.
So
that's awesome.
She likes the idea of scary. When it gets really scary, she's like, I'm out.
More than the execution of scary. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm all right. So does this mean that we're going to start getting like regular great Muppet content? Because I'm all for that. I'd like.
I don't know, but watch it so we can. I mean, the voices are off because the actors have changed, and
we don't have some of them around anymore, sadly.
Yeah.
And,
one got fired. The voice of Kermit got fired.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Who? I thought the voice of Kermit was Jim Henson Jr. or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was what's his name? Somebody in the chat will know. He got fired.
I didn't know.
Steve something or other.
Here it is. Steve Whitmire voiced Kermit the Frog in a statement of the 57-year-old actor was fired after repeated unacceptable business conduct over a period of many years. And he never would address it.
Hi-ho, sexual harassment here.
It doesn't say what he did.
He was hard. I read that he was very difficult to work with. He demanded a lot. He kind of, I don't know if any of that's true.
Yeah,
that's what I read.
Yeah, it's Matt Vogel now. Is he in this? Is Kermit in this?
Kermit's in it.
Okay. All right, he's just not the main. He's not the main deal. It's mostly Gonzo and Pepe.
Well, yeah, Gonzo and Pepe, and then all of the characters kind of come in, whether it's referencing them at a Halloween party, as in real life, or as a ghost character in the mansion.
Okay.
I don't know how that works, but I'm okay with whatever.
And
don't think too hard.
Yeah.
And a lot of fan service for people who love the ride as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
They kind of hit it right off first scene. You get a fun musical number in the graveyard with the faces on the statues.
I'm guessing
and the
it's
things.
grim, grinning ghosts with a bunch of Muppets doing the heads.
Yeah. So you get how as you go down the ride, it's like this person died and how they died, and they kind of go through that. And so you get some cameos. I think, what's his name from AFV? He used to be on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh,
Alonzo.
yeah.
Alonzo.
Oh, Alonzo. The dance. He does the dance. Alfonso Ribeiro.
The guy who played Carlton.
Alfonso Ribeiro. It's him.
Algonzo Riviera.
Yeah. Oh, Ed Asner is in this, like the last thing he did before he died. Oh.
He's one of the ghosts, and I was like, oh.
Oh, Ed Asner. Let's see. Yeah, this is, let's see, was this the last thing he did? Because I would love that.
I think it might be one of the last things he did.
It is one of the last things that are out. I guess he had a bunch of stuff in pre-production that's still coming out. So I loved him. Man, he was great. He shouldn't have died. I guess he was 91. He can die. It's fine. But I still like him.
Did you,
he can die.
Yeah.
Did you see his Twitter, or not his Twitter, but his TikTok?
Oh, yeah.
Ed Asner had a TikTok?
Yeah, I followed his...
It was him cussing.
Yeah.
The camera.
Yeah, he's got a great, he had, I don't know if his daughter was running it, but he had a really great TikTok account that was just funny stuff he would say, and he was really smart. I like that guy. I liked him a lot.
That's cool.
Well, all right then. I'm going to watch this.
Watch it. I want more. I want more Muppets. That was amazing. I loved it.
That's cool. Muppets Now, wasn't that done for Disney Plus, or was that done and just moved to Disney Plus?
Muppets Now? I don't remember it.
Yeah, there was a newer, there was the Muppets that was like The Office, but then after that, there was a Muppets that was like The Muppet Show.
It was like they were shorts, and it was all on the computer, and it was like
they were like Zoom calls.
And I was like,
Zoom calls. Oh yeah, never mind that.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
whole thing.
Like, no.
That had a lot
because we're afraid Muppets are going to catch COVID from each other. Well, I guess you have people sticking their hands up those Muppets, but all right, whatever.
Yeah, that's true. You got to wash that hand before you put it up there. Well, all right, I'm in. I want to. Carter and I are going to watch this like as soon as we can because we both love the Muppets.
It's cute. It's not that long. I mean, it's not like feature length kind of stuff. It's just a really fun little watch.
They need to do more. Just more stuff. Just get more going. And I personally liked the weird Office thing show they had. I thought it was fine. It wasn't great or anything, but it was fine. Like I want a world with more Muppets in it.
I didn't like the Office show.
I thought it was fine. It was all right.
It was great.
Muppets.
So they did a Phineas and Ferb Star Wars. Let's do a Muppet Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
that's a great crossover. They got all the money. Do all the Marvel stuff. Yeah, you got all kinds of opportunities here.
Oh, there's so much opportunity. No kidding.
So much.
So yeah, just
do it.
Have fun with it.
After you see the Haunted Mansion, you could see how that could work with
do some
other
kind
stuff.
of
Mashups.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if we see some of that coming from them. That'd be cool. All right. There you have it. Nicole will put these on her Twitter account. It's over there at Nicole Spag. And enjoy those groceries you got.
Go put them away. The ice cream's melting.
Read a book.
Yeah. Oh, and read a book. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Oh, she left. All right. Hey, there you go. That's the end of that segment there. Hope you enjoyed it. And now we're done with the show. That's it for today's programming. However, the reminder must go out that you find people at home, if you haven't done so already, should join us at patreon.com/TMS and help this show continue to survive and thrive. It's super easy to do. You can find all the levels there and be like so many before you and be a part of why TMS exists. Patreon.com/TMS. Send your feedback to themorningstream@gmail.com. That's themorningstream@gmail.com. It's time for us to go out with a song. I don't have one, but you do, I'll bet.
I do. I was planned ahead and brought one. As a matter of fact, you probably noticed that I planned ahead and put in all of this week's songs really early.
You did. I wondered about that. I thought maybe I didn't know what to think. That was amazing.
I always wonder if I'm going to get a deal from Lyft saying, "Hey, if you do 40 rides this week, then we'll give you $750."
Yeah.
And so it's like, all right, if I get that Sunday morning, I want to make sure that I've got all of the week's music planned out, so I don't have to. That's one less thing I have to do before the show. Because that's when I would do it. I would go up to Boulder and do it before the show.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Paul, a.k.a. Jiggerdad, up there in Canada, wrote in, said, "Hello, Scott and Brian. On October 15th, I'm starting a whole new career. After about 15 years in tech-related fields, mostly working with printers and copiers, I'm moving into the insurance industry as an advisor. It may not sound like much, but there are a lot of better opportunities with this career over my previous one. I'm looking forward to being in a better place mentally and physically with no more having to drive and lift so much stuff all the time. I'd love to hear a cover of Taking Care of Business or any other work-related or BTO song." Yeah, Paul's great. Paul was in my D&D team along with Barry and Tanner and my son Tristan and various folks. We have not played D&D in months. So maybe we'll get back to that. Anyway, Taking Care of Business, originally by Bachman Turner Overdrive. Here is a cocktail lounge version, covered by James B. and his Royal Jelly Orchestra. Here is Taking Care of Business.
Very nice. This is also for him and his new job.
Oh, that guy. What does he know about having fun? Work, work, work.
There you go. Work, work, work. All right. Here's the song. We'll see you guys tomorrow for a whole new Team ES. Team ES tomorrow.
Team ES.
Yeah.
Team ES.
Wendy will be here and Bobby and all that fun stuff. So be here tomorrow. We'll see you then. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
Twinkles.
Twinkles. Yeah. Yeah, that's all you get. That's all you get.